Okay, it is the 22nd of December today, and we're just going to go through some of these chilies again. As you can see, we've had a lot of vegetative growth going on here, but we also have a ton of flowering on this Thai dragon. It's also starting to make peppers. If we get closer in here, you can see it's starting to carry quite nicely. And yeah, these are just, that's just a pepper as well. So the Thai dragons is going well. Like I said, lots of vegetative growth. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's getting more bushy. Same with this guy. This was my plant that was carrying the heaviest. So you can see I've tied some of this off for getting heirloom seeds, getting seeds that I can use that won't be cross-contaminated and crossbred with other plants. But if we look here, the amount of fruit it's carrying at the moment is absolutely insane, and it is just flowering and making more and more. Let me get this out the way. It's making more and more fruit everywhere. This plant is producing like absolute boss. Really liking this plant. Definitely getting some seeds off of there and using that for later. The Reaper, my biggest plant yet. It is going like crazy as well. We can see that it's become a lot more bushy, a lot fuller, and we can also see that it's making a hell of a lot of Reaper peppers everywhere. We've got some going on down here. If I can get this in shot. Oof, I can't see there. Hopefully. Where is it? There. Ish. So I can't really see in the sun. Some. Where's this shot? Very good stuff going on here. More and more and more Reaper peppers. We've got all kinds of stuff going on here. Like I said, going well. Also, of course, trying to get some purebred seeds out of here. Snagama Ridge plants have expanded quite a bit. Very good vegetative growth going on here, but also just starting to bloom, just starting to push out buds. So hopefully those will be producing fruit pretty soon. Very nice. Moreover, we can see that Serrano has shot up a bit and is now in full bloom. All kinds of flowering going on, and we have Serranos coming out here. Quite a bit of them. I think back here there's some. It's just very difficult to film this. Very difficult to film this, but I think there was one there. Where's that shot? Where is that? There it is. Very cool. And the other Ngama Ridge, now in full bloom. Well, not full bloom, but starting to push out blossoms. And also has put on quite a bit of vegetation. Very good sign. Done some work here on getting a bit of an automated water setup going. I've got pipes here. You can actually hear it lugging away. Got pipes here through a siphon It goes from this to 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 this all the way down. So it's basically one big siphon system. It's keeping everything watered, and I'm experimenting a bit with that. It hasn't been working 100%, but it's working pretty well. These guys are also still just chilling here. I'm not very hopeful that they'll get much bigger. They should have been planted out by now, but I just don't have the pots, the soil, or the inclination. I've already got 2 Naga Moriches that are growing quite well, so I'm just going to leave these guys to do their thing. Maybe I'll overwinter them and plant them next year. But they are making a flower here and there. There's one over there. So they are pushing a bit of flowers out, so maybe they'll make a fruit or two. The Medusa pepper is starting to go red, starting to ripen. I'll probably, from this one over here, I know came out right at the start. It was the first pepper out, so it was time isolated, so I can use that for seed. And that's the update. It's going very, very well. Ton of growth, tons of fruit coming out. Very happy.